The first basic thing was the cows had more milk. Number one, they had more milk, and it's milk you get paid for. I'm farming here in Athenry, about 2 miles from Athenry town. Predominantly a very dry farm. The farm consists of 62 hectares, milking 150 cows. About 65% of the herd is calved at the moment. Calving is going okay now so far. We got them out to grass on the 25th of January by day, and then a week later we started going out by night. Every year I try to get out onto grass by the first week in February, and try and have 30% of my farm grazed off by the end of February, and then be at 60% by the St. Patrick's weekend, and then hopefully have the first rotation finished and be ready to start my second rotation on the first week in April. The target, according to my spring rotation planner, is to graze half a hectare per day, and that would leave me with 20% grazed today on the 18th, which is roughly as where we are to date. Last year I grazed a bit too aggressively on the first round, and I kind of went a bit ahead of my spring rotation planner, and I ran very tight for grass in the second half of March. I ran my farm cover down less than 500, and it really affected grass growth in April. It took the farm a while to recover, and this year I plan to kind of stick more to the spring rotation planner if I can, and just always try and keep some grass ahead of the cows. The one thing I did notice from starting to get my cows out early in the springtime was the first basic thing was the cows had more milk. Number one, they had more milk, and it's milk you get paid for. And the second thing was a very important, I thought, was the cows always come into you very clean. And you go out in the evening to bring in your cows, your milking is done quickly because your cows are clean. If you go out in the morning for your cows, they're clean. Whereas if they're in the shade, no matter how we clean the cubicles down, look, you're going to have some dust, some cubicle line, whatever on the cows, you're going to have to get them rub off. It all slows you down. As for my grazing then and the wet weather and how I work it out, I have some paddocks that are, very stony, very light, and I do earmark them every year. I kind of hold them for when the periods of wet weather, and I get to graze them. Milking commences here in the morning at 6. We get the cows in for the milking. We lock the barriers just to hold back the cows from the silage, because after milking they're let back into the shed and they're let out maybe to grass maybe by 9 o'clock. In the bad weather, wet weather, they'll let out. The back fence is left up in the paddock, and maybe use a spur roadway down by the fence or by the wall if need be. And the cows are brought back into the yard by 2, milking maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock. We'll let them back out around 5:30. If the night is going to be very bad, they're taken back in around 9 o'clock. This paddock now, the first paddock that was grazed, it was grazed around the 28th of January. On the 28th, when we came out to graze it, there was 900 on the paddock. We split the paddock in two for 2 grazings. Today, the 18th of February, there's about 300 on the paddock, I think. And it's good growth, I think, for 8 to 10 since the 28th, since it was grazed.